Hello, here's a real quick video just to show you how to use the new ovens on Dayz 1.8. I'll try and keep it as brief as I can. If you're like me and you're maybe only half an hour or 45 minutes in, you probably haven't got matches or anything like that, but these new ovens are here. So basically, try and do this quickly. Open up your oven. I'll go and get some wood. So you need quite a tall bush to get some firewood. So that looks like one that would do it. Sometimes you're unlucky and you just get a short stick, but if you've got a nice big tall bush, hopefully that should produce some firewood. We'll see. Just watch out for these, because if you haven't got gloves on, they sometimes cut your hands. Right, let's have a look what we got. Yeah, so that's just produced a short stick, but that's not the end of the world, because I don't have matches, so save your short stick anyway, because you're going to have to make a hand drill kit. So while that's fresh in my mind, hand drill kit, get your knife out, or machete if you're lucky enough to have found one. Get that in your hands and it'll offer you to, or it should offer you to cut some bark. That should do. Put your knife away, because I've seen a lot of people when they go to pick stuff up they drop their knife, which is a nightmare. That's in there. Right, now we just need some firewood. So I think I found a big bush over here a bit earlier, so I'll see if we can find that again. I made a fire yesterday. So that looks like quite a big bush over there. Oh yeah, look, here's one that I knocked over yesterday. So if you press your touchpad, that'll give you vicinity. Stick your firewood in your pocket. This is all if you haven't got matches. If you've got matches or a lighter, so there are new additions to this 1.8 version. You can add a lighter. There's also a frying pan, stuff like that, I think, as well. But right now, let's just deal with the oven. So we've got our oven here. Shut the door behind you. I know people can shoot you through the windows, but let's just get things going a bit. So the first thing you're going to need to do is grab your wood, which you grabbed outside. Take that to your hands by pressing X. Have a look at the oven itself and press R2 to place it in there. So like making a fire outside, you're also going to need a bit of kindling. Well, I cut off lots of bark, so that's good. So take the bark to your hand and it should offer you to attach that. So now you've got your fire in the fireplace ready to go, and it's just a case of lighting it. As I say, if you've got matches, job's a good one. But I haven't, so I've got to do this, which isn't a bad thing to note. So we have a short stick here. Take that in your hand, press X, then go back into the inventory, and you'll see there that that's the bark. If you press circle on the bark, it will ask you to, and it's saying, do you want to craft a fireplace? Well, no, we've already got our fireplace in the oven. So press R2 and go to next recipe, and then it will say hold to make a hand drill kit. Now I didn't know what the bloody hell one of those was before. But you know, like you see old survival people or movies where they use a bit of wood and a bit of bark to make a fire. That's what a hand drill kit is. Don't ask me why it's called a hand drill kit, but that's what it is. That will light this bad boy up. So you put it there, press R2, and it will do like quite a crappy animation, but it will light your fireplace. That's used now, you can't use that again. Now, go to your chicken. You can see here that here's some I made earlier. Put that in your hand with X. Also remember, if you are cutting up a chicken, you need to wash your hands afterwards, or have some gloves on when you're cutting it up. So with this, logic would dictate that you would put it kind of on there, but it's Dayz, so it's, you know, logic's not really part of it. You actually put your chicken in the oven part there, and then as if by magic it flies up to the top, and that is now cooking. Shut your oven to keep the heat in. Feel like Ainsley Harriott. And pretty shortly you'll start hearing this new sound effect, which is amazing. Ah, sizzle chicken, love it. Now the advantage of this is obviously you've not got a chicken on a stick and you're back to the windows or doors or anything like that, so you can leave your chicken to, you know, cook while you sort of get yourself set up for an enemies. One thing that I will say about this is all lovely and great, and at night time you can't see it on the inside of the building, but in the daytime, if you are cooking, one thing you must look out for is that obviously if you're cooking, there's got to be smoke somewhere, and the smoke comes out of the chimney, which can be seen from a bloody long way away, let's be honest. I mean, you can see that someone would probably be in that house there, but something to remember, it's a good way to set a little trap. If you know there's enemies in the area and you want their stuff, set a little fire, they'll go into the house, you go in after them. But I'm in no position to do any of that. I've got a blaze with no ammo. I'm only about 45 minutes in. But just be aware that every time you make a fire like that in the house, at night time it's not so bad because the smoke you can't see much, but in the daytime you can see that from long way away. So try and keep it quick, or wait till just before dark and cook as many chickens as you can where they can't see the smoke. Because this doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't let any light out, which is really, really handy. But I am now, because of the smoke cover for the chimney, an absolute beacon to anybody from about a mile away. So just to check on your chicken, if you go over to the oven and press the touchpad in the middle, it's still not cooked yet, but it's getting there. It shouldn't take too much longer. I don't know whether it was my imagination, but I was cooking those three earlier, and I think the second one cooked a lot faster than the first one. If you keep your eye on it, you will see it actually change in appearance as it cooks, but it won't go that brown that it shows you in the menu. It will go like a weird grey colour with some spots on it, which looks quite disgusting. But when it does that, you know you're ready to go. Right, so the sound changes as well. I don't know if you picked that up there, but and then when you go and check it, press your touchpad, and hey presto, you have a cooked chicken. Bear in mind, when you stick that stuff in your pockets, it does make you very, very hot. And also I was treading on the oven, which wasn't too bright. But yeah, that's how you use the new ovens on Dayz version 1.08. And I think they're pretty cool, and there's a nice sizzle. Thanks very much. Have a splendid day, and good luck out there.